Party people, welcome back once again to G Game Nights presents Wildspace. I'm your dungeon bud, Ryan. We have some fantastic players playing Gwendolyn of the Tranquil Mind. We have Savannah.
A disciplined mind is your greatest ally.
Sean playing Rachel, the Cleric of Light. I don't have my notes for this.
You're as prepared as I was because after we're doing this, light without, light within.
All right, I'm going to keep guessing at this. Also playing, Alex playing Vincent, the wild magic sorcerer.
Yeah, that's probably my bad.
Travis playing Bolster Valentine, the mouse folk artificer. Boop, boop.
And Mrs. I'm more of a robot guy myself.
And speaking of robots, we have finally Morgan playing Champ, the Warforged Gladiator.
It's showtime.
Yes. That made me so happy.
Oh.
All right. Not much to announce right off the top. So just one big piece of news. We are going to be dropping a brand new podcast. In addition to our podcast version of Lords of Misrule, we'll also be launching Cyberscape, which you can only find in podcast form. There is no streamed version of it on Twitch or on YouTube, so this is purely for our podcast fans and buds. It is a fantastic game, and I'm very excited for you all to get on board. It is GM'd by Sean. It is a kind of a dual system using Dungeon World and a kind of hack of Sprawl. And it is very, very fun. But it's got a number of players that you might recognize from the rest of the roster of GGK. So I won't spoil anything about it. There's a kind of fun little walkthrough into the world and what it's about. So I will let you listen and enjoy. Which brings us to Wildspace tonight. Oh gosh. The crew recently landed on the planet Viastea, the home world of a sisterhood of divergent knights, monster hunters, also somewhat monstrous. They've had a lot of issues in the past and recently, particularly with one rogue member named Beatrix. Gwendolyn has been chasing her around the galaxy, and this hunt has led her back to her homeworld, where Beatrix has upset the apple cart. Currently, they are at the Lunar Glade, which is a sacred site to their people, where Beatrix has upended the Oracle, which has apparently been corrupted and turned into a big haggy ooze beast. So the party is in middle of battle right now, and we're going to hop in there right now. So, bringing us to the top of the initiative order, we have Bolster, and I will turn the music to something more battle-y.
Man, I was about to take a nap. This is great.
Oh, how dare. All right. Here it is. Cool. And we'll get the ooze sounds back.
Do we have to?
Yes, because then it'll feel so good when you don't have to hear it anymore.
Also, Wildspace is known for its slurping.
Yeah. Bolster.
All right,
What
so I think
do?
Bolster, right at this very moment, is going to pop out of the canopy of Samathes and fire his Hydra cannon at the beast.
All right. Take your shots.
So there's a shot, and there's a shot, and there's a shot. So 15, 26, and 16 to hit.
Miss, hit, miss.
Miss, hit, miss. So that's 4 lightning damage.
All right. Ouch! It
yeah.
says as it takes only 2 points of lightning
Of
damage
course.
because of its resistance.
That's right. So now, let's see. What am I doing here? I am going to use a move that I had prepared previously, and now I can't remember which one it is. But I'm going to spend 3 psi points, and I'm going to cause or allow Gwen to use her reaction to make an attack against the beast.
That is very cool. Would you like to take advantage of this reaction attack?
Yeah.
All right. Then strike away.
27.
That's a hit.
That's a lot. Holy crap.
That's so much.
So that is
So there's resistance to lightning and cold. So half rounded up.
so oh gosh.
So 4 and 3 for the lightning and cold. So 7 altogether plus 8, 15.
15 plus 2 for rage.
Oh, plus 2 for rage, 17 points of damage. Well done. As
Yes.
I think there's like a tendril of ooze that kind of like lifts up and like begins to swipe out at you. You like duck under it and give like an uppercut with your Kopesh, and it just like severs it and it splashes against the crystals and begins to slowly ooze down. All right. But before we start Vincent's turn, the creature, as it gets to its final form,
What?
as you've brought it down to below half hit points, it begins to whirl like an oozy cyclone. These
What?
more tendrils begin to like come out and like spin around in like a cyclonic, oozy, acidy thing of death.
I don't like this.
No,
Tornado.
you do
I
not.
didn't bring an umbrella.
Well, I need everyone to roll me Constitution saving throw.
Is this poison damage?
You don't know.
Well, I was gonna say Samathy. Yeah, but I'll roll a con saving throw for him. Just
Well, this particular thing doesn't have an immediate effect. So,
So that
I'll
was
let you know.
a 19 for Vincent.
17 for me.
Fantastic.
that is a 9 for Samathes, and a 10 for Bolster. Actually, Bolster is going to take a. Well, no, he doesn't. He can't do that. Never mind. I lied. I'm out of points, so I can't do that. So he just has 10 as his con saving throw.
Okay.
Rosh rolls a 16.
All right. And Champo, did you roll?
Yes, I rolled 24.
24. Okay. All right. Excellent. You all get splashed with stuff, and at different degrees. And some of you feel better than others right now, but I won't get into that until later. But that's going to bring us to Vincent's turn.
All right. I mean, there's not a whole lot different I can be doing at this point. I'm just going to, use some of the movement. I think I had touched back down, so the jump jet is off. And I
Okay.
don't know if we said, is it still burning its fuel even if I'm not using it on a turn?
No.
Okay, so just circling around, trying to not be within splashing distance of any of my allies.
Okay.
But so action is just going to firebolt it. 24 to hit.
Yep.
But
That's gonna hit.
Only 6 fire damage.
So reduced to 3.
Yep, so that's the action. And for bonus action, the storm sphere that is still up is going to shoot out a bolt of lightning at it.
Fantastic. Roll.
27 to hit
That's going to hit.
and 12 lightning damage.
Reduced to 6. Well done. All right. That's going to bring us to Gwendolyn.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am?
I was poisoned last time. How long does that last? I just remembered.
Oh, you're poisoned?
Yeah.
Oh, does poison only go for attack rolls, or is it saving throws
It's
as well?
attacks and ability checks, so it wouldn't
Okay,
have affected
cool.
the save.
Okay.
Is that like for a round? Is that like forever?
Let me see.
Am I still poisoned? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm trying to think of which effect poisoned you. I think it was this one. No. I'm gonna say that until further notice, you're poisoned.
Okay. I put a dot on myself to remember. So I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna attack it twice, I guess. But
All
with
right.
disadvantage.
Alrighty. Swipey.
Oh, that's a 26 because I rolled the same thing both times on the first one.
Oh my goodness. You can
And-
take the higher damage.
Which one is that? Oh, the top one probably.
Probably top one.
So for the first one, that's gonna be
17.
a lot. +2 for rage.
So 19
I'm
damage.
really bad at math. I'm sorry. And
That's
then the
okay.
second one is
So am
an
I.
11.
Oh, no.
So that's
That's
not
not going to work. So I think you start to feel a little pukey on that
Ooh.
second one, and you, your feet get a little bit stuck in the ooze as well, and you like lose your footing. I like to imagine Gwen like fighting with like a lot of like fluidity. Like she always keeps her like momentum going
Yeah.
as she strikes, and so if like stepping in the ooze, getting a little bit slowed down, it kind of throws her rhythm off. But well done. I'm
I
also
have another question.
yes.
Do the tentacles count as weapon attacks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I would
they
like I would like to use my bonus action to do a blood curse.
Ooh.
I may.
Okay.
I would like to do blood curse of mutual suffering.
All right.
So I can link to it because it's within 30 feet of me.
Yep.
The next time it damages me with a weapon attack, it takes. I'm gonna amplify it. So I'll roll to take damage, but it takes the same damage that I suffered in necrotic damage, and it ignores necrotic resistance.
Yep. I remember it well.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a long time. And This
Yeah.
feels like a good time to do that, so I'm
It
gonna do
hurt
that.
really
with my
bad
bonus
last
action.
time.
You didn't do the anime yell to activate it.
Well done. All right. So, Gwen, I need you to roll 2 saves, actually.
That sounds terrible.
I need you to roll, firstly, a wisdom save.
Which you have advantage on.
15?
And I need you to roll a constitution save.
That's a natural 1. So 5.
All right. Okay, good to know. All right, so what Gwen does right now,
Oh no.
a little bit rooted in the spot by the ooze, she begins to change. Are you already in wolf form?
Nope.
Well, you are now.
Oh, good.
And this time, I think Friend, more so than he has ever than it's ever been before, I think does like imagine Venom on a werewolf.
Yes.
So you're like double terrifying. I need you to increase your strength score to 24.
This is simultaneously the worst and the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh no.
Oh,
I don't
no.
like this. I know what's coming.
Yeah. Y'all have time though.
I'm
Alright.
so beefy.
Rachel.
I don't like this.
Okay. How far is Gwen away from the pack right now, or is she like right
She's-
up in our grill?
She's kind of right up in everyone's grill. Well, I'll say Vincent said in particular he was like kind of staying away, but I think it's mainly the three of you. I think Samathes was right in front of you, Rosh, at one point. So it's probably the four of you, Bolster being a little bit behind, I think.
Okay. Crap, I had something planned up until the second before my turn. All right, yeah, I'm going to do what I was going to do before. I'm going to use my action to cast a Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
Like right up on this ooze monster. Like right up in its grill.
Okay. Casty.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put that up. So when it appears, or when, for the first time on a turn, when it's in the space, it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Rip. Nope. That rolls a 12.
Which is a fail. So it takes 20 radiant damage.
Yikes.
Okay.
That's a chunky muffin.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to also hit it with my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Roll.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I haven't been using this whole time. Actually, I'm going to roll one more time. Oh, wait, actually, let me see when I have to make this decision. Pardon me. I'm going to choose to succeed instead.
Okay.
Forget
so
that
it
noise.
takes 10 radiant damage.
Okay.
Turn. And then I have 50 radiant damage left to deal then. I'll mark that.
Okay.
Then I'm going to hit it again with the spiritual weapon, which is a 23 to hit.
That's going to hit. 7 force damage. Well done.
Yeah. And then I am going to try my best to finagle my way between Gwen and, I guess, Bolster, you're up there in the fray right now?
Yeah, I'm in Samathes right next
Oh,
to
you're in Samathes. Okay. So, yeah, he's definitely right up there.
And Vincent's safe, and Champ, I think, is probably okay. I can't see your health bar, but I assume you're okay.
Oh, I'll change that.
For varying definitions of safe.
Champ's a beefy bot.
Can you see it now?
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna put myself sort of between Gwen and Bolster and Sam.
Okay. Alrighty. So now we are at this creature's turn. Actually, Raj, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, I can.
Double check Storm Sphere, but I think it's at the end of its turn.
That's another 16.
Okay. I think it is at the end of the turn. All right. So cool. Thank you, Raj. That's going to bring us to the creature who has I think it's going to slap out at, let's see, at Samathes, Gwendolyn, and Champ in that order. So Samathes, natural 1.
It doesn't hit.
No, it does not. Gwen for 23.
It do hit.
17 acid damage.
It takes that back.
Yep.
In necrotic damage.
Yep. And then another natural 1.
Dang it! I was gonna say that Sam uses Sentinel, but I don't think it even matters. So.
Oh, man. It bums me out. Good job. Let's see. Any bonuses it has? It does not. Okay, cool. So that's going to bring us to Champ.
I have one question. Sorry to interrupt.
Make the strength save as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm just going to choose to succeed.
I have one question about its turn and the Guardian of Faith. It's technically if it moves. So I don't know when that would be, if it just has to actually like move somewhere.
I mean, I think I'm fine with just keeping the damage because I figure it's always moving. It's just like this constantly shifting amorphous thing. It's probably not going to pick up its skirt and move over. Like, so but yeah, no, it's fine. All right, cool. Champ, what'd it do?
Probably gonna just take 2 more strikes with my great saber at it. I don't think she would recognize that something's up with Gwen, so just gonna merrily attack this creature. Okay. 22 to hit.
That
For
hits.
the first attack, and 23 to hit for the second one.
Oof, both hit.
Okay. So let's see, that's 14 radiant damage for the first strike, and that's pretty good. 12 radiant damage for the second one.
Jeez. You're making quick work of this.
Boom, boom.
All right, it's
Lightsaber.
gonna take a legendary action and lash it back at you with a natural 20. Thank you.
Sam is going to use Sentinel to take that.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, yeah,
So-
because I was...
So yeah, Sam takes that damage. He takes 36 points of acid damage.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
buddy.
You are so welcome.
Robot friend. Thank you, because my shield would not have saved me from that.
Okay, excellent. Back to the top of the initiative order. Bolster.
All right, Samathes just got a lot of acid, so that sucks. But Bolster is going to use a bonus action and transform Samathes into Believe mode.
Okay.
Samathes is going to suddenly 2 legs fold out onto the ground, and he lands with a clang, pulls out this giant glaive with a bright shining edge on it, and he's going to charge at the beast and attempt to hit it.
Okay.
So
Bring it on, brother.
That is only 10 to hit, though, so I don't think it will. So that's
a fail.
That's a no-go, but in the meantime, Bolster's inside. He is going to try something.
Okay.
He's going to try to open up his mind a little bit, and he's going to use Psychic Hammer on the creature. The
Okay.
creature must beat a DC 16 Strength saving throw,
Okay.
or take
Okay.
8 damage.
23.
He wins. I did nothing. It's okay.
All right. Is that it?
That's it. That's all I got.
Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Bolster or Samathes, or both.
Bolster.
All right. 12.
Okay, cool.
Samathes
All right.
got an 11.
All right, thank you, Samathes.
By the way, little question. Did that hit previously trigger a concentration saving throw?
No,
Okay.
because you have not taken damage.
I didn't take damage. Okay, just making sure, because I knew I got hit by something, but I wasn't sure how that worked. So.
Correct. Yeah, it's only if you take damage.
Cool.
Cool. So, bringing us to layer actions. It's going to belch on the whole front line.
No.
How big is it? Okay, I think I can only get 2 of you. So I'm gonna get the Rashel and Samathes. I need you to roll strength saving throws.
Good.
6.
Wow. I rolled a 2, so that's 10.
Okay.
That sucks.
Wow. Okay, so it belches a green slime all over you. You are both, Samathes included, restrained.
All right.
That's it for now.
That's it. Does that... Bolster is technically riding Samathes, so does that hit Bolster as well?
It hits both of you. Yeah, you
Okay.
are gunked up in there.
So Bolster is going to go ahead and roll a strength saving throw as well, and rolls a 1, so that's nothing. So never mind.
Yeah, you're all gone good.
We're so gunked.
Yep. So that's going to bring us to Vincent.
Yep. Can other creatures use their action to try and unrestrain?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to rush over to Roshel, because rush over to Roshel and try and de-goop them.
Okay, what's your plan?
Rush over, prestidigitate away as much as I can, or maybe just kind of take my hands and just start swiping it away.
Okay, I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
You put in your hands, start to pull it away, and then suddenly you can't move your hands.
Okay. So that's not great. But for my bonus action, lightning.
Okay. All right.
That's the thing. Pew pew. 20 to hit for.
It does
4.
hit. Or 14 reduced to 7. Well done. All right, that's going to bring us to Gwendolyn.
Yo, a lot of bad stuff is about to happen, you guys.
All right. So I'm going to have you roll a d4. If you roll 4, you go for the ooze. 3, champ. 2, the Bolster Sam combo. 1, rush.
Bolster Sam combo is something you order at McDonald's.
Okay.
It's
Mhm.
like a new thing. It's pretty good. Just saying.
2.
All right. So the Bolster Sam combo.
Not
Bolster
again!
Sam combo!
No, it's happening again.
All right. So the
PTSD after this.
the envenomed Gwen whirls around, trying to pick a target as there's just everyone around, and in this frenzy, you leap with the the impressive, like you've got big leaps. You jump
Mad
up
hops.
as Samothy's kind of stuck in there. You kind of leap on top and begin to claw in. Roll me. I know you're poisoned,
Yep.
but they are restrained, so it's a flat rolls.
Okay. Am I still using my sword?
We'll say 1 sword and 1 claw.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Okay, and the first one's gonna go to Sam, I think.
That was a 22.
That hits.
Okay, so does Sam
20
have any
damage.
resistance to lightning or cold?
No, he does not.
All right, it's gonna take the full 18
Plus
hit points.
2.
And Sam is down.
Plus 2, so
20.
okay, so Sam is down. You just rip apart Sam, throwing pieces of him across the battlefield, exposing Bolster, who's like still holding the steering wheel.
No.
Just wide-eyed. His ears kind of like back.
All right,
Super
yeah, and then with a claw attack.
Okay.
I think in this moment, Bolster says, "Oh hell,"
It's an 11.
and darts out of the way
Wow, wow,
as
wow.
he's not hit by
Wow,
that
wow,
11.
wow.
Oh, I
Okay.
got so lucky there.
You did. You did. Well done. All right. Gwen, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
9.
Okay. Can you roll me a D6, please?
Yeah.
I don't think you had me roll a con save at the end of my turn. Was that?
That's correct. Yep.
3.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. Cool. I guess we'll describe this now. Gwen, as you are frenzied over Bolster, you begin to feel this sickness rising. You're not really paying attention to it because you are frenzied, you are raging. You've also the primal aspect of you has kind of taken over a little bit. But your flesh starts to decay.
Oh no.
And for until I say otherwise, you have disadvantage on charisma checks and you're vulnerable to all damage.
Okay.
Which I'll say probably just evens out with your resistances as you have going on. Okay?
Okay.
So just FYI's. Russell.
Okay. So with the first off with the Guardian of Faith, each time the ooze moves on any turn, it takes the
Sure.
it has to make the save. So if we go with like the lashing maybe for it, or when it's like doing the physical strikes.
Yeah, actually before you go, real quick, I'm gonna take a legendary action and I'm gonna
Sure.
I'm gonna smash into Champ if I can, because she needs to go down. She's doing too much damage.
Oh gosh.
Can I use my reaction when it attacks her to do impose disadvantage on it?
Yes. So, what is that? So a 21 to hit?
That will hit, but unless I use my shield as a reaction.
Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's okay. That's that thing.
Yes. Put out an arm and like a particle barrier like comes up and like blocks it.
Yes, that's cool. And this acid kind of like splashes over it, and the particle and like kind of shatters in all these like pieces. But you are safe from the attack.
That's awesome.
I love that. That's awesome. I didn't realize that, or the knights could do that. That's cool. What was I gonna do besides that? No, nothing. All right, that's gonna. It's its turn now. Yay!
It's my turn.
Oh, it's your turn. No, I'm gonna die.
Thought you'd get through it. You thought you'd get away with it.
I thought I got away.
So I guess if depending on your ruling and whatever you want to do it, if it moves, it has to make a.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna choose to save.
Okay, so it takes another 10 points of radiant damage then.
Okay.
And then as my action. Okay. As my action, I am going to. This thing has to go down. I'm gonna drop. This is real hard. I'm gonna use my bonus action first while I think about this to make an attack with my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And just delay the inevitable here. That's gonna be nope. That'll be a 14 to hit. I assume that misses.
That is a miss.
Okay.
The form just blorbs out of the way.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly.
Okay. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm going to use my action to be a little selfish here. I'm gonna cast a Cure Wounds on myself just to get myself up a little bit more.
Okay.
So that'll be max for 13 hit points.
Okay. All right. That was your bonus. That's your action.
That's it.
Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Mm-hmm. Come on. Nope, that's a 12.
Can you roll me a d6,
No.
please?
1.
Okay.
We're all dead.
So, Rosh, until further notice, a pain grips your mind. Your eyes turn milky white. You have disadvantage on wisdom checks and wisdom saving throws, and you are blinded.
Perfect.
Okay. So, this thing, seeing Rosh restrained and Bolster restrained, is going to just try to beat you down because, for God's sakes. So lash attacks at advantage. 2 on Rosh, I think. 31 to hit. So 16 acid damage,
Okay.
a 22 to hit
Mhm.
for 21 acid damage. And then, are you still up?
Bolster's up. Sam isn't.
Yeah, or is Rush still up?
Oh yeah, I'm still on.
All right, I'm gonna hit you again. 32 for 24 acid damage.
Okay, now I have to do some math. Hold on. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Yes. Beacon of Hope is gone.
Yeah. My Guardian of Faith is still up though, and technically my spiritual weapon though it can't do anything.
Yeah. As this creature looms over you all, Champ, what are you gonna do about it?
At the end of its turn, it has to make a strength saving throw.
It chooses to save. I got 3 of those per initiative order.
Oh, man.
I thought those were supposed to be only per encounter.
Is it? I could be wrong. If that's the case, then I ran out of my 3 at this time. No, you're right. All right, so I have to roll.
If both beings succeed, I think.
But I do have advantage on magic stuff. What's the strength saving throw?
16.
So roll 23. You're right. Thank you. I'm also glad you caught it right there because I'd only used 3 so far.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that one is the all or nothing. Yeah. Yep.
Cool. All right, Champ, your turn.
Okay. Thoroughly confused at the turn of events of Gwen just attacking Bolster, is gonna hold her hand towards, well, kind of, is gonna hold out her hand towards Gwen and say, hey, chill out, and is gonna cast Frostbite.
All right.
So Gwen has to make a Constitution saving throw.
8.
8. Okay,
Dang.
so
What's going on?
you have disadvantage on your next weapon attack roll. And, you also take some damage.
That's probably for the best.
You take 9 cold damage.
But more, right?
The 18.
I'm vulnerable to like all damage.
You're vulnerable to
oh.
cold. Yeah, so you take
So
double.
that's double. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I forgot that part. Well, it's 18.
Also, no, never mind. I'll let you, at the beginning of your turn, Gwen, I'll let you roll a saving throw. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So does that as a bonus action? Well, does that as action, and then bonus action is going to attack the
Nice.
Uzi again.
All right.
Because I can do that with my war magic. That is... darn, that's not going to hit. I don't think. 14 to hit?
It does not hit.
Nope. Okay.
All right. This is looking real spicy, y'all.
Yeah.
Taking
Alright,
us
so-
to Bolster.
So it's Bolster's turn. Sam is going to roll a death saving throw. That isn't a
Well,
fail.
you don't have to run for Sam. He can't. Once he's down, he can't come back up until you build him.
Is that true?
I don't know. I think so. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think he's like an animal companion like that.
Okay. Well, that in that case, cool. Is Bolster still restrained?
Yep.
All right. He's going to try and break out of that. Is that possible?
Whew. Knowing your strength, I can't. I feel like I can't answer. I feel like I can't answer.
Okay.
You do what you feel. Well, okay. Give me an insight check. Beat a 15.
All right. Rolling an inside check. 25.
Oh yeah.
Natural 20.
Okay. So I'm
I
gonna
know
just.
everything.
So I'm gonna tell you, meta. It is a 21 strength check to get out. Your strength is -2. There's no way you would ever be able to get out
So in that
without help.
In that case, there's nothing else I can do, so I am going to Psychic Hammer the Beast
Okay.
with my brain, or he must beat a DC 16 or take 6 force damage.
Okay. And since I'm gonna say that that's not technically magic, I won't roll an advantage, but roll a 17.
Yeah, he wins. He beats it. So he doesn't take damage. I'm also going to use my bonus action to shift my psychic focus to Mantle of Command. And as a part of that focus, when you end your turn and didn't move during it, you can use your reaction to allow one ally you can see within 30 feet of you to move up to half their speed, following a path of my choice. So I'm going to use that on. See, Rosh isn't up, right?
He is down. Or they're down.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to shout out to Champ and say, I don't know if you can help him or not, or help them or not, but if you can help Rosh, you should go this way. And I kind of shout out directions for Champ to get around to where Rosh is.
Okay. Is there like a saving throw to that, or is it like if they choose to follow it or something like that?
If they choose to, they can.
Do you want to choose to follow that, Champ?
Do I do that now, or do I have to wait till my turn to do
You can use your reaction to do it now. Only if you want to, though. You don't have to.
And it adds 30. So yeah, so could I like strafe around the other side of the monster, like not leaving its...
Yes. So like what I'm gonna say, if you're
I don't know how big around it.
If you're agreeing, as long as it's safe, then yes. So what I think what happens is like as Bolster kind of reaches out to your mind, it ends up like tapping into your optics, and as you like look at the scene, you see like these jutting things of crystals. You kind of like intuitively they map out this little trajectory. Like if you run up this way, swing out over this crystal, and leap over Gwen and onto the other side of the melee next to Roshel. You can get there without getting swiped by Gwen, but it'll like be able to interpose yourself in between everything.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right. Boink, boink, boink.
Boink.
All right. So excellent. That's going to bring us to Vincent.
So now that Champ is more or less right there as well. Well, this is a great introduction to what we get up to. Gwen over there has got a bit of a bloodlust going on. Just try and stay out of her way. And yeah, you're doing work. Keep hitting it. So that is free action to speak. Action. I assume I'm able to do this because I was on the last turn, trying to clear Rosh away. So I assume I'm close enough that I would be able to reach out and touch them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use my Healing Hands racial ability to give them 8 hit points.
Yeah, your hands are just underneath the slime with him, just like, or with them, and just like me. While you're there, might as well.
Yep. So that's my action, and then bonus action. Heck you ooze! Lightning again. I don't think that's gonna hit, so I'm gonna Tides of Chaos to advantage. And
all right, excellent.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
So that's 20 lightning damage.
Well done.
10.
Reduced to 10 or to 10. It is knocking on heaven's door, y'all. You're real close. Gwendolyn, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm going to bend luck that. So spend 2 sorcery points. She can add a d4 to that.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to maybe help.
15.
It does not help, unfortunately. So I'm going to have you go for Champ with a sword and a claw.
At disadvantage.
Yes.
And
Gave her
poisoned.
disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay. 14?
Nope.
That's terrible. It doesn't hit at all.
Well done.
Good
This is
job.
good.
Me.
Good job.
And that's a natural one. I've never been so happy in my life to see a natural one.
No.
Awesome. As I think Champ continues to kind of like back off. I think this Uzi Rage Beast is like swiping at you as you're like backing off and just keep like ducking out, ducking blows, moving behind crystals as her claws rake out at you. They smash into the crystals, sending shards flying out. Very cool. It's gonna bring us to Rush.
Okay.
You're up, aren't you?
I am.
All right.
Figuratively speaking. Yeah, I'm conscious and I can't see anything. I assume I can still hear the slurping.
Yep, there's slurping all around. You want me to turn it up? I'll turn it up.
Don't worry.
I was like, here we go.
You don't
So,
know.
yeah, Rosh, you can still hear the slurping.
Thank you. Can the big ooze fucker make a saving throw for me? For the Guardian of Faith.
Okay, yeah, sure. It's a magic thing, so it's going to be an advantage. It's what is it, strength save?
No, dex save.
Dex save? Oh. You dirty wet.
Damn it.
Rolls 2 17s.
Yeah, so that'll be 10 points of radiant damage then.
Okay. Oh, it's so close! Yeah.
I can't see it, but I can make a melee spell attack with my spiritual weapon at disadvantage against the
All right. It's so close.
Oh my god. My roll 20 thing is giving me a hard time now. Come on, buddy. It's only a 15 to hit.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to do it.
Okay. Then I am just going to use my action. If Vincent's right there in front of me, I assume, I say, I can't do anything else. I can't see anything. You have to finish this. And I am going to cast a Cure Wounds into Vincent, knowing how badly off he was.
Fantastic.
At second level, and I actually have to roll for this one. Come on. Double 8s. Okay, not terrible. Did that roll a disadvantage?
It did, but it didn't. Your roll
wasn't
actually
did anything. Yeah.
Okay,
so 13 hit points.
Okay, excellent. All right. Oh, I forgot this earlier. Bolster, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
All right.
21.
Oh,
I live.
You're fine. You
My
feel
anger sustains me.
You feel this disease beginning to kind of take over you, but I don't know, something about that soup diet. It works for you. Works for you, bud. You're fine.
Roots are strong.
This thing is going to attack Champ 3 times. Because, please, for the love of God, go down, robot.
No.
18.
Oh, that hits just barely.
17 acid damage.
Okay.
24 to hit.
Ouch.
For 22 and a 27 hit. So all told, 42 plus 17, we've got 59 points of acid damage.
Whew. Okay. Okay, I'm good. Still good. Just barely.
Alrighty. Which is going to bring it to
He's
your
making a
turn.
strength saving throw for the storm sphere.
Oh, if that ended this, I would cry.
Come on.
It's a 20. Sorry.
Yeah.
That would be so.
Oh, if it weren't at advantage, that would have.
Great.
How much damage does it do?
2d6.
I could have. Never mind. It's better not to know. Okay. All right, Champ, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna take 2 swings at it. All right, first one is a 17 to hit.
Boom.
No, actually 18.
That rolled. Yep, definitely hits.
And 16 for the second one. Does 16 hit?
It doesn't.
Okay, so the first one hits, and I roll damage on that.
Oh, hold on. Before you count, it's got to beat a 9. Or it's got to meet 9.
10.
There you go. Excellent. All right. So, Champ, as this thing is kind of like just down on you, as like you're also like kind of in your back feet as like Gwen is slashing out at you. You're kind of backpedaling. You see an outcropping of crystal that kind of, it's all leaning towards the center of this pit. You do a backflip onto it, and then begin to run up the crystal, like the spire towards the beast. And with this whirlwind attack, just like with your plasma greatsword, you just like shred pieces of it off, and it falls in a slurping mess.
Yes.
Champ, you have defeated the Oracle. Well done, everybody.
Are you not entertained?
And
Are we
Gwen
out
is
of
still crazy,
combat?
right?
And Gwen, at this moment, like the kind of the madness that you were feeling begins to quickly ebb away. And we are going to change music. There's no more ooh sounds.
And seeing all the baddies go away, Vincent will drop concentration on the storm sphere, so the winds die down and that's no longer on the table.
All right.
Two
Yep.
questions. Am I
Okay.
still blind?
Yes.
And are we still using the injury rules?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's half your level plus 10
Mhm.
Constitution save.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Nope. Let me look it up. So.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I had an injury level though.
No,
so-
you didn't. So can you roll me a D8, please?
Sure.
You have a limp.
Okay.
We're blind and you have a limp. Oh,
Sounds
All right.
right.
buddy.
Okay. So to paint this scene real quick, I think Vincent, like you and Rosh and Bolster kind of struggle against the slime as like with the twin sons behind her, like Champ is like silhouetted and kind of leans over to like, offer a hand to like pull you out.
Yeah.
And Gwen, do you want to help as well? Or what do you want to do at this moment?
Oh, well, I want to transform back. And
Okay.
I also want to stop raging. And then
Okay.
if they still need help.
Okay.
I'll try to.
Okay. I think when you all see Gwen, she looks a little different. Her skin is it's rotting a bit. And it doesn't look great. I think a friend that is normally perched on her back kind of like droops a bit. Is like kind of seems more liquidy than normal. But yeah, okay, take it away.
Yeah, so Champ would help them out, but if Gwen tries to help out, she'd probably like hold out her sword to Gwen. Be like, what was that?
A very long story.
Just a little bloodlust. It happens.
It looked like a little more than a little bit of bloodlust. Are you sure you're yourself?
No.
Why don't you sit down for a minute?
I think in this moment, Bolster is like kneeling over where Sam is like in shredded pieces in this muck on the ground, and he's completely soaked in this like his fur is all like matted and wet, and he looks a lot thinner now than he previously did, and he looks really sad, and he's digging through the muck and pulling out little bits and pieces and putting them into his bag of holding, and he's like, all right, bud, I know I can find you somewhere. Where are you? Come here. And he's like kind of pushing all this muck aside and looking for something. And I think he finally finds it and pulls out this strange kind of cube with glowing blue liquid kind of light kind of running through it. And he kind of pulls it out and a bit of the liquid drips out, and he's like, there you are, man. All right. And he kind of puts it in his bag of holding, and he kind of stands up and looks over at Gwen, and he's like, well, I'm glad you're back to yourself now anyway. I can get Sam back together. Don't worry about it. We can move forward. At least we got them taken care of, I guess.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's all right. We're up against, well, there are a lot of things going on right now that'll make people become what they aren't. Really tough times right now, and sacrifices all around, I guess. It's not the first time Sam's gone down, so I can build him again. And he'll be better next time. I promise.
Definitely be more balanced.
Yeah, that gyroscope was off in that latest model. Just a bit.
All right.
I think at this point, Bolster, standing up, looks over to where the Oracle was and kind of walks over to where the majority of it was laying. And I think he's going to like look around for anything that isn't goo in this like pile of whatever the Oracle is, like any teeth or bones or items or anything that he can find in this massive liquid.
All right, roll me an investigation check.
All right, I can do that.
Yes, that is going.
That's a 27.
That's good. All right, yeah. You definitely find bits of all of that. A lot of it appears to be animal. You don't see, actually, all of it appears to be animal. You don't see any humanoid teeth in there, or bones of that nature. You also find, which I think you all noticed when you first got there, but I think it got covered up by the ooze at one point, and it's beginning to like drain off. There's this large kind of copper bowl, maybe 6 feet across, like 6 feet in diameter. That's kind of upturned. That as the like ooze begins to drip away with it, and there seems to be a lot of like markings and patterns in the side.
So I think. So how big is the bowl?
It's about 6 feet in diameter.
Oh, okay. So bigger than me. Nice. Okay, so I think Bolster walks over to the bowl, and he kind of stands in front of it. And I would like for him to use a move that he has called Psionic Investigation.
Okay.
And I think he wants to... basically, you can look back at like the past of an item, from the item's point of view, and show the last creature to hold the object within the past 24 hours. You can see what's happened, any events that have occurred within 20 feet of the object within the past hour.
Okay.
And you see them from the object's perspective. And I think what it looks like is his tail kind of comes forward and kind of touches the bowl, and then he kind of outstretches his hands, and he kind of draws a little circle in front of him, and it kind of lights up in the air in front of him. And then a bunch of little like lights on the exterior of his uniform kind of project out around him and show like what's in his mind. And he like puts his paws in the circle and kind of turns them and you see like the air around him kind of almost scrubbing back through time, like you're like rewinding a little bit. And
okay.
What does he see?
Well, it takes 10 minutes to pull this off, so I'm going to give other people a chance to do something for right now.
Sure.
we'll see if everyone's just wrapped on this moment, then we can just skip ahead.
And
But
as that is going on, Vincent is helping Rosh up, being slipping arm under them. I know you can't see, but how are you feeling right now?
I think before you get to that point, Rosh probably doesn't get up right away, and is probably sort of starts panicked, trying to pull themselves backwards, like across the ground out of the muck, and sort of balls up a little bit. And they just begin to sort of mutter under their breath and say, "So dark. It's dark. It's dark. Where's the light? It's dark."
Rosh, I don't know what's going on with you right now, but we're here. And if I can hear them saying about, darkness, I will cast light on one of my pendants and just hold it in front of their face and see if that gets a reaction. Which I assume it doesn't.
Vincent, I can hear you, but I don't know where I am.
We're all still here. We haven't gone anywhere. I guess you can't see. Rosh, you gotta remember, the light is always there within you. You may not be able to see it, but you are the light. Heck, you're the brightest person I've ever known. Well, Bolster's a little brighter in some ways, but you certainly literally are the brightest person I've ever known. And even if you can't see it, we can see you, and you are our light. And I try to pierce the mask. Or, no, it would be comfort or support.
I don't know. Do you want him to like roll and see if that actually helps? Or if you have like a clear vision, we can just keep rolling.
Yeah, I think
Choice of phrase, but
I think probably when they were panicking, some of the like cracks along their skin, the fire kind of is like smoldering a bit brighter, maybe giving off like a little bit like a fire like mass around them, and they begin to burn a little bit more, and they probably start smoldering a little bit less, and but still very panicked, saying, I need to get out of here.
Yeah, I think we might take a little bit of time here. Bolster's doing something with the big copper bowl.
I need to go now.
All right, we'll get you up. And Vincent will start helping Rosh up. Kind of look around at the rest of the party. Do we want to head back now? Or can we even move this thing right now?
Yeah, what is that thing, Bolster? What is that?
I can answer that.
Oh, you know Gwen.
Yeah. That's the Oracle.
The bowl?
The bowl and what used to be in it. I should not be here. I'll take Rosh back with me.
Well, should we all head back? Should some of us stay here with the bowl until you can send some of your sisters out to come get it?
I don't know. Bolster, whatever you can find out, I'm sure would be very helpful.
All right. You two go on ahead. We'll catch up as soon as Bolster does his thing here.
Okay. All right. So are you? So who's staying? Who's going?
Staying.
So conflicted. Probably staying. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So, Gwen, you and Rosh begin to make your way back. Can you roll me a perception check, Gwen?
Mm-hmm.
I want to roll one too.
17.
As you travel through the Blackwood Forest that has been kind of turning this crimson red over since you've been here, and it's been looking sickly and overgrown. As you walk through, it takes you a while to pay attention because the change happens so slowly, but after a while you notice that the red's beginning to drain, and you hear in the distance something that you hadn't heard in this forest since you got here, but the sound of some of the birds that live in the planet. You hear them in a kind of a far distance. So you feel that the Blackwood Forest is beginning to heal itself.
Rosh, can you hear them?
You're muted.
I can hear it.
We fixed it.
I'm glad, I really am.
I'm so sorry.
Is this... I don't know if I can fix this.
Somebody can.
What if they can't?
Somebody brought Pace back from the dead. That's a bit more than a couple of eyes.
I'm just worried that if I lose my light, I don't know what I have left.
You're shining pretty bright from where I'm standing.
Thank you.
Will, as you walk shoulder to shoulder out of the Blackwood Forest, the miles journey back, we return to the glade, as you all notice as well that the kind of internally lit red of the crystals begins to kind of subside and pull back, and it kind of goes purple for a little bit, and edging on blue. Bolster, you were doing this thing, and I kind of like the idea that everyone who is behind you can see it too. It's not written down there, but I think it's cool. So first, we're gonna go back and like what happened, like just like the last. What was the thing? The creatures that were around it, within 20 feet of the object for the past hour. You get images of the werebear and the werewolves that you saw earlier, as they kind of lurch into this clearing and begin to kind of just scratch at this slowly growing ooze that's like is emerging from the center of this chasm, or not from the crater. You kind of hover at the image for a little bit, looking for different things, but after a while you kind of become convinced that that's all you're going to see there. So you begin to change these shapes that are like in the middle of like they're suspended in air, and go back to try to see the last creature who held this item. From the item's perspective, looking up at the night sky, and it's day now, it's like toward the end of the day, so this is a while ago. You see I know there's at least one moon in your sky, Gwen. Is there more than one moon?
No, I think there's just one.
Okay, so you see moons, or moon stars, and a couple of distant planets as well. That like they're close enough that you can see them in the night sky. And leaning over this large bowl is a woman. Pale skin, jet black hair. It's kind of done up in these kind of tight braids. Kind of these. I think probably the most striking feature about her, other than her incredibly stern expression, is her blood red eyes. And she is leaning over this bowl with her wrist extended. And from the vision of the oracle, you see ruby droplets coming from her wrist. And your vision is rippling as it comes through. And that's all you're able to see from that.
Y'all see that? Is that her?
I can't imagine who else it would be.
What is going on? Well, we'll bring it back to Gwen, see what she says. I think we gotta get out of here now. I don't like being alone. I don't like being without Rosh and Gwen.
Yeah, just one question though. How are we gonna carry this? This thing is freaking huge. And we don't have Sam to hover it along. Champ, you think you can carry it?
Let me try.
Ginormous copper bowl, miles and miles back.
Pretty strong. Let's see.
At the very least, we can probably tip it up and roll it.
What's your strength, Champ?
My strength is I have a +4.
Okay.
What is it? It's not showing up. It's just blank right there.
Yeah, I think you can easily.
18, there you go.
I think you can like just flip it up on your back and like holding it there is where it's kind of like domed out above you a little bit. You're quite tall. You're 7 feet, but it's still gonna dome out maybe like 3 feet above your head as you're like with your arms. Roll me an athletics check for just like the long march home, and we'll see if you can get there before nightfall or not. It's not going to really change a whole lot other than just the visuals of this next scene.
9.
Okay. Yep. It's definitely night.
Darn it. I'm good at these, but not when I roll a 2.
Yeah. So, it takes a while. Bolster and
There's gunk in my joints.
Bolster and Van are not a lot of help. But let me.
Well, I do think on the way back, unless you want to skip ahead, Vincent would ask, so, you said you had a friend out here that you were looking for?
Yeah, I'm looking for Callie. I see her in that little vision thing, though, so I don't know where she's at.
Well,
I thought she was going to be here.
Would have made sense, too, but I'm guessing those were things were some of Gwen's sisters, so I don't know where the children of Volhai got off to, but we're certainly looking to tangle with them, so yeah. As long as our objectives keep lining up, I think you can count on us to help you find your friend.
I'll also say, as she is flipped up the bowl in that way, Vincent, as you're talking to her, you look around the bowl and you notice on the inside of it, at the bottom, written in a circle, is a bunch of strange looking script.
Can I tell what it's written in? Either material or language.
It is kind of inlaid within the thing, like it seemed to be when this thing was made.
Okay, and my languages are Common, Celestial, and Dwarvish, if that helps.
It does not.
Okay. But so.
And Bolster, you probably noticed too as you're going through.
Yeah, I think Bolster, if Vincent is like kind of hemming and hawing over it, I think Bolster would kind of perk up and be like, oh yeah, that's interesting. I might have something that I can. Yeah, let me just try and run a thing. And I think Bolster climbs up Champ, and because I'm assuming I get this image of like Champ holding this giant bowl over her head, and
Like a canoe or something.
yeah, like a canoe or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like Bolster like climbs up her arm and like gets on top, and is just kind of like looking at it like what is this? And I think he's going to use his helmet of comprehending languages, which is actually more like bracers of comprehending languages.
Okay.
Bolster's weird.
All right. I'm just going to let everyone read it, but your character gets to read it out loud.
All right. Okay, here it says, let's see, May the mother come when bidden, cursed of Corhall, born in crimson, bear the scarlet, mark the kindred, pour out thyself, hear her wisdom. So that's pretty creepy, but it feels like, when people come to this thing and they give it their blood, then they hear wisdom. So was Beatrix coming here for wisdom? I don't know.
I think she was here to corrupt the wisdom, and also I would refrain from calling it creepy around Gwen or any of her sisters.
Sorry. But I mean, it's blood. It's blood.
Yeah.
Kind of creepy.
It's kind of creepy. I mean,
Yeah, but we'll keep that between the three of us.
yeah, it's probably sacrilegious, I guess. Probably sacrilegious to roll this bowl too, so we should probably not let them see us rolling it at all.
All right. So, you all return to the city of the steps, into, let's say the big meeting hall where everyone is. Returning the bowl of the oracle. I think Champ maybe awkwardly kind of like just kind of setting it down, like,
Clang!
does this go here? I think all the sisters are kind of gathered around, trying to comfort Gwen and Rosh, seeing what's wrong with them. We will take a break right here.
All right.
So this is the classic end of the second act where things don't seem so well. But there's a whole nother half of this session coming up and lots of fun times. So everybody, we will be back within a tasteful amount of time. Keep this channel warm for us when we return, and looking forward to it. All right, bye. And we are back, but we're not the only ones who are back. We also have the return of Kitty Sparkle, dropping 100 subs gifted to people on our channel.
Dude.
What?
So I've seen like videos of like this kind of thing happening to people, and like I'm like, I wonder how I'd react. This is it. I don't really know what to say or think or do, but just thank you.
Thank you.
Dude, seriously.
And everyone who was gifted a sub, definitely thank Kitty for that. That is amazing. Kitty has always been an incredible supporter of our channel. And so and while I'm not surprised, I'm very, very surprised.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much. I know that Kitty also gets annoyed when I talk about them too much. So, I'm also going to not do that. And thank you for subscribing, Kitty. My goodness. My goodness.
101.
So there's like, wait, RNG didn't give you a sub?
Maybe it's set up so that RNG can't give.
It would have to, because I feel like, how many followers do we have?
Almost 200.
Almost,
Okay,
really
all
real
right.
Very,
close.
very close to 200 mark.
So, like, those are Thanos odds that didn't make it through that time. Like, basically. That's incredible. Anyway, thank you so much. That's amazing. My goodness. At first, when it happened, we're all like, what happened? Are we hosting somebody else? Like,
Something break? What did we do?
I thought I broke it.
What broke?
Everybody was like, Savannah, what'd you do? I'm just kidding. No one said that.
Well, so thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to, in honor of that, just get back to drama and team building.
Gonna quit for the night. See you guys. All right.
Travis is going to go take his nap.
Peace.
Yeah. So.
All done.
So let me put this on. It's technically a forest fire, but I'm going to say it's the hearth. They've brought.
It's a really good hearth.
Yeah, I think this is the same sound effect as the funeral pyres. But let's just not have that association.
Really go well on the walk back.
So, you all are. That's a little spicy volume. I'm going to bring that back a little bit. But I just want it to be a comfortable sound of fire. As you all are standing in this hall, all the sisters that see the oracle being brought in, they get very excited and happy. But also apprehensive, as it is empty for the first time that they have ever seen. What do you do?
You guys have someplace I should put this thing?
Just set it down. Thank you, Champ, for bringing it back.
Oh, yeah. Tries to gingerly put it down.
Roll for ginger. No, not as fun.
Okay.
Oh, yes, you do. What? When? What happened out there?
Beatrix corrupted the Oracle. Somehow. I don't know what sort of evil magic she's using.
She bled herself into the Oracle. Ulster was able to figure that out.
What does that mean?
It means we are running very, very short on time to find her and put her down.
So,
What?
oh, sorry.
No.
I was butting in and just saying, yeah, we saw she was bleeding into the bowl, like the oracle. I don't know if that means anything to you, but that seemed bad.
I don't know that it does necessarily mean anything to Gwen because no one has ever done that as long as she's ever been in the order. But she did know that it was filled with blood before then. So it's not completely shocking in that sense. But it doesn't mean anything to her at the same time.
Okay.
Then she must know something we don't.
Gwen, are you near the Oracle?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You see, for the first time ever, that there is writing at the bottom of the bowl.
Can I read it?
Give me. I'm gonna say yeah. You just read it. You understand it. It is not a language you speak, but you feel like you know what it says.
I think I read it out loud to the room.
I think all your sisters are just quiet, looking to you for what's next.
Anyone? No one knows what this means.
Can I make a check to see if I recognize any of the names?
Yeah, you can do a. I think last time we talked, you had the same mod for history as religion. So
Yep.
I'm gonna say either. It doesn't matter.
Cool. Make sure my note. Yep. It's only a 12.
Actually, I'm gonna say advantage because you actually have read something that would give you advantage of this in this game.
12.
Okay, sounds familiar. It sounds familiar. The name Korhal.
Yeah, I have that. Just going through the notes again.
I don't think it's. I'll say this. I don't think I've ever said in this game the name out loud. But over the things that you've read, you might have seen this mentioned when they were talking about. You remember when you were reading it about Volhai.
Mm-hmm.
But with a 12, that's it. That's all you got right now.
Then I'm probably sitting near the fire, if not in it, near it. And I just very quietly call it to Gwen. I'm not sure, but I recognize that name.
Do you know from where?
The book that Father Ramon gave me.
All right.
Once I fix myself, I'll go and look through it again.
Will someone fetch a healer, please?
Of course. First. Name. Someone goes to fetch someone.
Because I'm pretty sure my skin's like falling off slowly.
Yeah. Rush, both you and Gwen feel, obviously, this this is obvious, or it'll sound obvious, but it is also meaningful that you feel sick. Just really, really sick.
I think Bolster walks over and sits. For some reason I've been thinking of Gwen as like being seated somewhere, but I'm not sure why. But I imagine he like sits kind of next to Gwen, and kind of like just exhausted, like leans up against her, but then casts Cure Wounds on her because he sees that her skin is looking really bad, and she gets 6 hit points back.
Okay.
Thank you.
She does restore 6 hit points. Her skin doesn't appear to heal, though.
When I think I just need to rest, and I should be able to do something.
All right.
I think some healers come in. They're going to offer you, I think, some mundane healing. Like, I think applying ointments and different bandages to Gwen's skin, trying to, what they see as necrotizing flesh. They try to, like, they might even debate about, I don't know, removing it. We'll skip that scene. I'm not gonna play that out. We'll say that they just put.
I'm gonna say no. Do that.
I feel like that's
Suggestion.
what you're supposed to do, but like, let's say that they don't know that and they just like put ointments on it and wrap it up, because I don't want to play that scene out.
Thank you.
And for Rosh, I think they just if you permit them, they will like kind of look at your eyes, like kind of like touch base, like shining these like small pin lights into trying to investigate, see what's going on.
I think while all of that's happening, Bolster would probably start casting Identify as a ritual while touching each of them. It would take 10 minutes a piece, but just trying to figure out like what seems to be wrong.
Identify?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me Identify again, because I think it's like a magical effect. I don't know if this necessarily...
I don't know why it's not allowing me to click submit on the cast as dialog box, but it's just not allowing me. But
give me a little bugger.
well, now Roll20 is just all locked up. So,
all right.
But basically, you can touch a creature and it tells you what magic is affecting it.
Okay, I'll just say that you can tell that they are diseased.
Okay.
What do you think, Cooper? Am I being mean?
Hey, there, it worked.
Yeah, you suck, buddy.
So yeah,
That's not Koopa Cashew's voice.
it says you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting them.
It's whatever. Okay, sorry.
I could watch this all night. We can just continue the stream just with Cooper.
Oh, you did roll it. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just say you find out that you just discovered that they have some sort of disease.
Is it like a disease spell, like that could be dispelled, or is it like they actually have like a sickness?
I think you can tell that there are traces of magic, of where the origins of it, of how it was able to transmit into them and grow within them and spread. But at this point, no, you can't. It doesn't seem to be maintained or sustained by magic. So a dispel magic would not help you here.
Okay. Well, that sucks. I don't know what the heck is wrong with y'all. It's a disease. It's not a spell necessarily.
If that's the case, then it should be simple enough to fix. I just need to rest.
All right. We should all rest. We have a lot to start accomplishing tomorrow. And I expect all of you here first light.
It's first.
Dismissed.
And they smartly, come to attention and nod and make their way out of the hall, moving to their homes.
We have extra quarters here. Everyone can stay in if you don't want to sleep on the ship.
I gotta get back to my shop. I got some work to do.
I'm okay resting here.
And that out of the ship might do me some good.
So you like in charge now?
Yeah. Against all better judgment.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, I may be the captain of our ship, but I don't know. Each of us.
You don't seem like a captain.
Yeah, there are lots of things I don't seem like, but
Roll
Job-
roll D100, please.
Oh no.
And you take fire damage for that burn. Damn!
I feel like 10 has happened before.
Okay, as
There
do
was
it
fire involved.
oh, and then suddenly the hearth that's kind of burning in the middle of the room is as it is completely snuffed out of existence, and the room grows cold, and the light is gone.
You are going to
I think
kill
there are some like
Rosh.
candles. There's like candles across the walls, and they're just like.
Oh yeah, what does it do to Rosh?
Let me read this again.
It
says all normal fires. It specifically says
Oh.
normal fires.
Non-organic.
Oh good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Rosh is
And-
the specialist of fires.
But
Yeah.
still, if it gets cold and the fire that I have my back to goes out, Rosh probably starts to breathe really rapidly again and starts to have a minor panic
Oh
attack.
no, I'm going
Wait,
to.
wait, hold on. I can fix this, and I don't know if technically I probably shouldn't have
I'll
leveled
let you. I'll let it.
but because I picked up the cantrip control flames, so
Yeah,
I will quickly
I'll allow it.
relight one and use that to just start lighting up all the lights again.
He can actually control Rosh like Magneto can.
No, control flames specifically says non-magical.
Oh.
Rosh, would you like to go to bed?
Very much so.
I'll take you. I'm gonna put my arms around Rosh and take them, I guess, to my old quarters where I used to live because it's
Oh my gosh!
nicer.
Please describe.
I think it's okay. I think it's still simple, but the room I think is larger than most of the other quarters, and I think there is like a large fireplace in there because I think it does get pretty cold here. I think it's like a large stone room with pretty simple
make one suggestion?
furnishings. Yeah.
Can there be one childhood memento in there?
Yeah, I think there's. She
From the
came-
what is it? The Thoria?
Yeah, she came here when she was so young.
Yeah, she was real young. It's from the Thoria 5. Anything from that?
Yeah, so I think the one thing that maybe Gwen's room has that a lot of the other ones don't have is a lot of like added shelves and stuff because she likes to collect things. And most of them are empty now because I think she takes a lot of her things with her. But on one shelf, I think there is this old, kind of dented, like banged up, like wooden practice sword that I think when she was like practicing with her dad and would fight with, I think is just kind of like sitting there in safety on a shelf like by her bed.
Wonderful. Sorry.
That's
No,
okay.
I'm happy. Continue.
That's great. So I'll take Rosh there and light the hearth.
Okay. And I think it's do you think it's all completely mundane, or is there any tech that's also like sustaining this fire? Maybe like itself replenishes with fuel when like the fire goes down?
Yeah, I think once you I think you probably have to manually light it, but then once you light it, it'll keep itself going until you turn it off.
Cool. So yeah, I think there's like there's a stack of wood nearby that or almost like maybe it's like top loaded or something like that. Something so like it just like blip, blip, like when it vibrates a certain way. I don't know.
That sounds fun.
Something like that, or maybe the wood's outside. But regardless, like these like every once in a while these robotic arms will like almost like a bowling alley will drop just settle down like a log right into the fire.
That's great. Yeah.
Rush, do you or is there like you want to put on any music for him or anything else, or just like leave him be or them be?
I don't know.
Okay, Rush, is there
Rush,
anything?
what do you need?
Yeah,
I ask them.
Cool.
This is my old space, so I can sort of put in here whatever I want.
I just want to sleep, honestly.
Okay.
Will you stay here, though?
Yeah, of course.
I just don't want to be alone.
Okay.
And I probably just stumble my way to whatever I can sleep on.
Yeah, I think she brings you over to the bed and like lies down. Do you want to like kind of like sit up in the bed, Gwen, or do you see yourself going to like a rocking chair, or what feels good to you?
I think I on one side of the bed. I'm imagining the bed like pushed up against the wall, I guess, but on like the edge of the bed we'll just like sit like back propped up against the wall.
That's what I'm picturing too. Cool. All right. So you all fall asleep and it's well deserved. Vin, are you doing anything before you go to bed? Or you said you want to stay up, so let me come back to you then. Champ, let's go to you next. You don't need to really sleep because
I kind of do this like
you have this kind of like just being. You have to like stay still pretty much, but you're aware of everything.
Yeah, I like kind of like power down, sort of for like 6 hours.
Okay, where do you want to do that? You can do that outside, so you can see the sunset, or in like the stars overhead, or you can do it inside. Whatever, what feels good to you. Also, let me ask you some more character questions.
Okay.
Because you probably haven't left your gladiator world that much. Have you seen a sky like this? Is this very different from what you're used to?
Yeah, it's probably new, and like anywhere she goes, she's like fascinated by new places.
Because you have the navigator background. So you're probably super interested in these different constellations at different planets.
Yeah, so I was thinking like she probably like hangs out a little bit like outside of the door where like Gwen and Rush went in. She was like still nervous about Gwen, but then like probably goes outside like underneath like a nice tree and kind of like sits and looks at the stars.
All right, you find a nice tree. It's like, well, you look nice today, and you. Just kidding. Silly.
Alien
silly
planet.
joke. Silly joke. It's a silly joke. We'll move on from that. I know that Bolster is working on Samathes throughout the night. Are you not going to sleep? How long does it take? Answer me that first.
Well, it depends on whether or not you think that Samathes was remotely recoverable in any way.
I mean, remotely. Definitely. Definitely remotely.
Because if he was recoverable in any way, then I can accomplish this in a long rest. If not, it's going to take 4 days.
Yeah, I think you can get a long rest. Because specifically, it's not like he was exploded. He was kind of like pulled apart. So the pieces, some of them might be bent and stuff, but like all the pieces still exist and they're pretty much there. So yeah, I would say it's pretty recoverable and like you can do it over a long rest. However, I'll say this. Actually, never mind. Because by the time you do the next thing, you'll have like 2 long rests. I was going to say that you have to choose either fix him or level, but no, you can do both. That's fine. That's getting too nitpicky.
Okay.
Cool. So you stay up all night working on Samathes, and somehow it's restful for you at the same time.
That's how I chill.
Yeah, for
Gets
sure.
into the zone.
He gets into the zone. Like,
Put on some
does Bolster drink
slow
coffee
pace.
or tea? What's Bolster's bag?
Oh man, he's got this awesome root juice that he
Root juice. Oh, Bolster drinking root juice.
It's got the electrolytes he needs in
Mhm.
it. It's really good.
It tastes great. It's got the
nutritious
electrolytes and neat.
delicious.
It's got calcium. All right, so let's go to Vincent. What are you doing tonight? You said you wanted to stay up,
I mean,
or just wander around, or
I think mostly wandering around. Maybe looking for some inspiration for a new piece of art.
okay.
Yeah.
I think so. It doesn't sound like and Gwen, correct me if I'm wrong. It doesn't sound like you're going to find a whole lot of basically artistic inspiration, but I think just the rawness of nature might be inspiring to you.
Yep.
I mean, we don't have a bunch of like paintings and stuff, but
Yeah, I mean, it feels very
there's inspiration.
Sparta-esque.
There's
There's a lot of,
inspiration
like,
to be had
multiple
somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think because the way that I described like the buildings where they were, like most of them, like they're basically like stone hovels, but in the forget what the grass was, but it's like this creeping grass that's like kind of grown over everything. Not quite like Shire level. It's like it's more of like a dry grass. It doesn't look as like pretty and manicured. It's very wild, but the city itself is like kind of adopted and like and melds into this wildness and in a cohabitative way. I don't know if any of that is inspiring to Ben, but just saying what they see.
Yeah, kind of. But he opted to stay on the temple grounds tonight, so not going to go back to the ship and fire up the forge just yet, but is ruminating on ideas. And I think the last major thing he does before going to bed is puts a casting of banishment into the glove of spell storing.
Nice.
So that will be ready on hand.
Cool.
Banish glove.
Is there a first level that I also want to put in?
I we probably should say this to the viewing audience. So they got a ton of XP from this last encounter. Two of the all right, so they were level 8. 2 of them are now level 10.
Yep.
After that, and the other 2 other people are on the cusp of 10, and not sure where Champ is at, but Champ's probably not incredibly far off from 10. But yeah, so 2 levels. So some of that leveling up is happening over the break and as we speak. So, and some of that is fun to go over, but for the most part, we try to. Hold on, I'm reading something.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, and to fill out the glove, I will put in, let's do a magic missile. I was debating between that and chaos bolt, but magic missile will probably be better to pull out in a pinch.
I like it. I love it. Cool. So, while you all are doing that, we're just going to go into the morning. I kind of want to start this. Can Rosh and Gwen both roll me dex checks? Because I'm going to roll initiative to see who wakes up first.
I was concerned. I didn't know what
Roll
was going
initiative.
on there.
Don't be concerned. It's okay.
16.
Wait, you rolled a saving throw.
Oh, it's the same. It's +2.
Don't cheat.
The same.
15.
Ha!
All right, Rosh,
Like the dawn.
you wake up first, which is
Oh,
fitting.
it's
The
a good
light
thing.
comes up first.
Yeah. Yeah. I probably open my eyes and it's dark and sit there in quiet fear for a moment. And I stumble out of bed. And actually, this is probably really boring because I stumble out of bed and I sit down and I begin to meditate to redo my spells to get some other things. And that takes me... I don't remember the rules for this. It's like an hour or two.
Yeah. While you are meditating on this, and not your physical sight, but in something that transcends that, you sense a spark in the darkness flaring up. And while it looks distant, and it doesn't make sense to you, it feels entirely present. Like it's within you.
I reach outwards or inwards towards it and try to, like, with my mind's eye, try to move in its direction to get closer and see what and feel what this is.
It just continues to sputter light and swirl. I think it's almost like trying to catch like a spot in your eye, like a light spot in your eye. As you kind of look for it, it kind of dances around. But this is but unlike that, actually completely unlike that, like I just described it, it holds center. It stays true. It doesn't dance away from you. Sorry. And you try to like feel it and reach out to it, and you're not really sure how to do that yet.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't feel like you get any closer to it, but almost like playfully like sputters back at you, just like it's like burning, and then you're trying to figure out how to reach out to it, and goes like something will trail off and contrail into this darkness that's surrounded, and like almost like a firework. It's like kind of, but it fills you with comfort.
Okay. And I think probably at that moment, and I sort of steady myself and stop trying to pursue it and focus on what I'm trying to do. And I am going to cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Okay, can you cast it in the chatty?
Yes, I can.
Okay, and you cure yourself of this disease as you pull from out of yourself as you kind of I'm assuming the spell doesn't require sight. I think it's just touch, right?
Yeah.
So
material.
almost you draw out of yourself this blinding sickness, and as you kind of pull it out of your chest, like this like sickly dark energy pulling out, and like it's still dark outside, but it still looks incredibly bright to you. As your eyes adjust, as you're holding this kind of sphere of like black energy that's like spiraling in this vortex, and then you just kind of like snuff it out as you expunge the disease from yourself.
Look around the room. Do I see Gwen?
You do. She is asleep, leaning against the wall, jaw slack, snoring softly. You also see that her skin is rotting.
Yeah. I think I kind of laughed to myself a bit. And I'll quietly walk over and like place my head on her shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration on her too.
Okay. All right. And in much the same way you did before, but this it takes a little bit more effort this time as you kind of pull your arm back, drawing this disease out of her, like the skin that's like seems to be rotting, like slowly begins to heal. It's almost like you're pulling out the rot from her. And once again, as you rip this dark sickness from her, instead of like kind of crushing it this time, you just like emit flames from your hand, and it just like it burns up the sickness, and her skin is restored to its former perfection.
Does she wake up?
I'll do Constitution save. I feel like if you roll badly, you will wake up. So I'm gonna set DC 13 to stay asleep.
14.
So you stay asleep.
Okay.
Okay. Then I just go back to meditating and wait for her to wake up.
Okay, she wakes up
Okay.
sometime later.
Morning.
Morning.
Feel better?
Much.
Good. We need to gather everyone else. I think I might have something that'll help us.
So you fixed everything and found the answers before I even woke up.
I had a few hours on you.
You're so brilliant.
I was very lost yesterday. And thanks to you and Vincent and everyone else, we all survived. Something that I was certain we wouldn't in the end. You, all of you, are a guiding beacon for me.
You must know I have an enormous amount of guilt.
I don't think you'd be you if you didn't. But you'll rebuild your order and repair all of this. But we don't have time for guilt right now. We saved so many people. You have a group to lead here. We need to... Sorry.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'll let you on a secret. I don't either. I was declared a leader of my order when I was only a child.
Yeah,
You
but
have
your
it.
hair's on fire, so you're a little easier to believe in.
That might be. That might have helped a little. It made everything I said sound a bit more wise. But you have at least 100 years on me of experience.
You certainly know how to flatter a lady. You are very special to me.
As you are to me. I know you have a difficult decision to make.
Which one?
What to do now that you are the first of your order? You haven't spoken of it yet, but I'm imagining that's coming soon. But I imagine first you want revenge for what happened.
I'd call it justice.
Well, whenever you're ready, I can help with that.
My light in the darkness.
You'll make me blush.
Can you even tell?
You know, I'm not quite sure. Nobody's ever pointed it out. Is there something else?
So much.
Well, come on. I'll sort of help you up from your chair. Let's go find the others.
Yeah.
I think I give you a kiss on the cheek, and then turn and begin walking down the hall.
All right.
Follow.
All right. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and say that you all wind up at the hall together, where someone we'll say Eleanor, just because it's a name that we have, is been making some breakfast tea and has some like probably bacon and potatoes like roasting on the fire in the hallway, the main hallway. As you all arrive, the rest of the remaining sisters are kind of waiting. The oracle lying cold and empty in the middle of the hallway, as everyone kind of files in. Champ coming in from out of the cold, I assume, and Vincent coming back, bolster with a brand new put together Samathes. Maybe there's like some new. I think it's hard for me to imagine Bolster putting something together without like doing like one little like improvement along the way. And there's like some like like a new lights that are like racing along the bottom of Samathes. They just like felt like adding in there, something like that. Although you can still see like some of the damage to the paint that to Samathes, and some like where you see like these little markings where Bolster had to like hammer the metal back into place and back into form. So there you all are in the hallway. What do you do?
Good morning, everyone.
You're okay.
Feeling much better.
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm really happy.
I'm glad to see that Sam is up and running.
Yeah, I think I've added a few upgrades.
Well, I can't wait to see them. Though hopefully not too soon.
Does bring up an important question. Sound and hate to start the day off on such a downer, but I imagine Beatrix is still out there, and we need to go find her.
Indeed.
I have something that might be able to help with that. I've had a bit of inspiration during the night, and I might be able to peek in on where she is.
Okay.
That certainly seems like it would be helpful.
My only problem is I have no familiarity with Beatrix. So I need as much as I can, anything I can gather to assist in the casting of the spell.
What do you need?
A description of her, a picture, something, anything, something that she owned or carried with her that she might have left behind. Even as grotesque as it might be, something physical, hair, nails, blood, something like that.
Most of us can describe her. We can search her old room, I suppose.
The more you have, the more likely the spell will work.
Okay.
So we don't exactly know what she's coming to do now, or going to do now, because thought she was coming here to mess up the order, and she did. And obviously, can't let that stand, and she's up to more no good, but do we have any idea what she'd be doing next? Or shall we let Rosh get the spell and see what we find?
I think that's a good start.
Gwen,
Does he?
how'd you say that? Does you? Hi. As you are kind of organizing this, just kind of feel this pulling sensation in your mind, drawing your attention towards the empty bowl of the oracle. Looks a little brighter today than it did yesterday.
Gonna walk over there.
Okay.
I just look at it.
Okay. I think as you look into it, even through some of like the grime and muck that it's like collected, just the script once again like in your eye, it just like lights up almost, just like running the circumference of the bottom of the bowl.
Well, let's get a move on then. I'm gonna send someone. Some lower on the lower in the rank person. A couple of them probably to go to Beatrix's old room and just anything that's left. If she's left anything behind to bring it to us.
Okay. What is the protocol for when someone gets exiled? Like, what do you do with their former home? Normally,
I think the quarters themselves get reused. I think they get cleaned out and reused, and we probably let someone else use them so as not to have to build new ones.
Okay.
But I think I don't know what we do if they leave anything behind.
Okay. Well, they'll go search the room for right now.
I think during that time, I think Bolster kind of totters up to Gwen and says, while I was working last night, I was thinking about that bowl. And it says, cursed of Korhal, come when bidden. And then it says, bear the scarlet, pour out thyself, and hear her wisdom. I don't know anything about blood magic. I don't know anything about anything involving your order. But it seems like if this bowl is the oracle, and you need to hear, and the oracle still exists, then it seems like someone would need to provide blood to hear her wisdom. And I don't want to be sacrilegious, and I don't want to say anything wrong, and I don't know your order at all, but it seems like being the first, maybe you might be the one to speak with the oracle.
That makes a lot of sense.
I could be wrong too. I've been wrong a lot of times before.
So have I. They put me in charge, so. I don't know, I suppose it's possible.
What's the worst that could happen?
Another giant ooze monster.
Well, I'd say maybe we wait till after breakfast.
Okay.
All right. I think he just turns around and walks off towards the smell of wherever the food is.
Bolster.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry I broke Sam. Again.
It's all right. Well, we only hurt the ones we love, right?
Got him.
Can I hug you?
But always.
I pick him up and hug him.
Happy ears.
Aw. All right. So, other than breakfast, is there anything you all want to do? Vincent, Champ?
Where is my ship?
Oh, your ship is not far off from where the Arcturus is parked. There's like a few landing pads for different ships.
Guys, we have a fleet now. We have a fleet.
I don't think 2 is a fleet.
Oh, come on. It's basically a fleet.
It's a flute.
It's a fleet.
All right.
It's a fleet. A fleet.
Yeah, maybe as things are happening, Champs and Vincent just go over, maybe start discussing logistics of like, okay, if we're gonna be traveling together, coordinating and
How are we gonna do this?
especially because we kind of need you to navigate for us.
Get around pretty well. We have a heading. We know where we're going.
We used to have a navigator on our crew, but she had to go off and take care of other things. We make do without her, but for the things you have to do in a pinch or that require an expert's knowledge.
I think I can help with that, especially since we're going the same place. Does Gwen
I can
always
make sure.
get weird like that?
Not always. And it's funny that you're calling her weird. You clearly have not spent enough time around me yet. And
You're all a pretty strange bunch, but I don't see many people turning on their companions like that.
yeah, that's different. My understanding is it's something to do with the way, all these people here are, or at least some of them, the ones that take on aspects of beasts, gives them a bit of the bloodlust, which so far we've survived every time she's gone against us. I realize that doesn't sound the most encouraging.
Not really, but
Yeah, for having 20 in charisma, you'd think I'd be better at talking to people. We all have our quirks. That's one of hers, and we'll learn to deal with it. Sometimes we're able to talk her down. Sometimes we can redirect her. Sometimes we just have to bear the blows. And isn't that a metaphor for life, basically?
yeah. Well, it's good to know and be aware of now.
Let's see, I guess while we're on that subject, Rosh does a bunch of fire and light stuff. I sometimes do some weird light stuff. I also do lots of other weird stuff. And Bolster does psychic
Like
and
the
robot.
fire estate?
And Bolster's a robot guy.
Yeah, no, the fire was part of it. I've also done things like drop people in pits. I did it to Eleanor back there twice, actually. The odds of that are astronomical of that happening, but it did. Other things. I smelled real bad. I made a bunch of flumps appear that are always scared of me.
I kind of want to cut this scene, and we'll come back to you as you're still going through a list of stuff.
Shrimp casserole.
Shrimp barbecue, shrimp. Yeah. So we'll stop there. We're gonna go to Gwen right now, and we'll pick back up with you two later.
Oh, I'm dying.
All right, Gwen, what do you do?
I guess I've given Rosh the best description of Beatrix that I can.
Okay.
And then I want to try to find out if she's left any scrap of anything behind when she left.
The two people that you sent out come back after a time. They combed the room top to bottom. And all they have to show for it, which they offer to you, It's a small rag doll with kind of yellow yarn for hair. Dusty and worn.
Well done, thank you.
Yes, first.
Bring it to Rosh.
This belonged to her.
So we think. That's all we've got.
Well, can't hurt to try. Worst that happens is it doesn't work.
Way better than another giant ooze monster.
I don't think that could happen.
You don't think?
Well, a lot of weird things have happened the past few months.
We'll keep Vincent out of the room just in case.
Just in case. Do you have... I know you have the description. No photos or images of her?
No, I don't think so.
All right, this will have to do then. Wish me luck, I guess. And I'm going to find a place to cast the spell.
All right.
Which I'll put in the chat.
Thank you. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Scrying.
Jeepers creepers.
And I'll hit the highlights. So she has to make a wisdom saving throw. She can choose to fail if she knows I'm casting it. I hope she doesn't know I'm casting it. Mm-hmm. She's going to get a +5 to her save because I only have heard of her. I've never met her. However, that's if this is a possession of hers, then that's going to be modified by a -4. So she gets an aggregate +1 to her save. And then if it's successful, then I create a sensor within 10 feet of her that I can see through as if I was there. So I can see anything around her that I would normally be able to see in my range of vision. And if she can see invisible objects, she'll know I'm there. Or she'll see the sensor.
All right, hold on. Calm your ass down.
Yeah.
Wait. What?
I know. I'll repeat it.
Not yet. Let me get this thing first, so I can actually refer to.
I've also healed myself a bunch. I teleported around a whole bunch once. There was that time I nearly sucked the life out of all my friends, but I also did it to the bad guys too.
Okay, so what save do I need to do?
Let me double check. Wisdom saving throw. DC now 17.
Oh, wow. I don't actually have her sheet in here. I'm just going to have to... So, for the saving throw... Oh, my God! Okay. She only barely makes it with a 19. So what happens on a fail? Or if it succeeds, I mean, does nothing happen or
nothing? Yeah, if she succeeds on the saving throw, then the sensor does not. I can't locate her.
So let's make this a little bit more fun. Like I think like as you kind of reach out holding this doll in your hands, and also can you subtract 1,000 gold from the party funds? It's not a consumable thing, but we'll just say that you bought something for a focus for 1,000 gold.
Sure. I can deduct that from my own.
You can, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you reach out and kind of otherworldly like space is kind of flying by your vision, and it kind of turns leading towards a spot, and then before you get close enough to get any bearing, it's just like you lose track of it. Something breaks in the spell.
All right. Well, bad news there. It didn't work. Felt her resist the influence. I can try again tomorrow.
Is it safe for you to try again?
Should be fine. the only risk of her being able to detect it is if the spell succeeds.
Okay.
Vincent, roll me a D100.
Okay. 71. Is this on the table or something else?
Oh boy, no, it's something else. What is this? Oh man. As you're talking, I think you cough up a bag.
Oh yeah, and sometimes this happens. Once it was an octopus that turned into the cloak that Rosh is wearing. So Rosh is still wearing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's this now.
So you look up. Can you
What?
look up the item for me while we move on with the scenes?
In the DMG.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Oh, boy.
It's called it's a tan bag of tricks.
Okay, bag of tricks.
Oh no!
Oh boy. Let's
Not
see.
this one. Okay.
Oh. It's Goose Plus.
It's Goose Plus.
What?
Just a joke that only one person will get besides Alex and I. Sorry, we'll move on.
Yep.
Okay, so
Suddenly you just cough out his bag.
yeah.
Yep. I'll get Bolster to take a look at this before we use it. But yeah, this
That's
happened.
disgusting.
I prestidigitate it.
But it just came out of you. Humans are weird.
Like I said, weird stuff happens. I'm used to it. You learn to roll with the punches, or the punches just knock you down.
I can relate to that.
Gwen, what do you do?
I don't know.
You feel good. You feel like there won't be a news.
Okay. Okay. If I feel good about this, I feel okay about this bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very stressed about a bowl right now.
Yeah, sure.
I think I'm gonna gather everyone together
Okay.
to do this.
All the sisters?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think Gwen has a whole lot to say. Except I'm sort of new at this. I know you all know this is not how this usually happens. But I'm going to fix it. I'm going to put it right. And we are going to move forward stronger. And I guess I'm going to try to put some blood in the bowl.
All right. So you give yourself a nick.
Yep.
Into a vein. Start to release blood. Do you want your sisters to help, or you want to do it by yourself?
I do it by myself.
Okay. All right. And as the bowl begins to slowly fill with blood, dripping down the sides of the bowl and kind of filling up the script that you see at the bottom, after a bit, just the very bottom of the bowl begins to fill with a thin line. And I think all the sisters kind of look at you a little bit unsure. I mean, they're no stranger to like drawing blood to make things happen, but this is a lot of blood. And I will say, go ahead, do 2 right damage for this. But as you're looking down, in the reflections, you see Ophelia. But not just Ophelia. You also see Anastasia and Penelope and many other sisters that you've lost. And they all seem to kind of turn towards you and notice you. And though their lips don't move, you hear in your mind, Gwendolyn. How's it feel to be first?
I don't think I know yet.
We know what you mean. Then you feel like, I don't think there's any one of us who felt ready for it when it fell upon us. I'm sorry that things fell on you this way. But I believe that you can handle this. I knew you. All of us knew you. Whatever insecurity you might feel right now, that's quite to be expected. Don't fixate on that so much. I'm sorry you're left to deal with the problems that we couldn't handle. But maybe we could be of some help right now. You seek wisdom?
Yes.
What do you wish to know?
I need to know how to find her.
You may have to find it on your own, but we know where she's going and what she's looking for. I'm sure you know that the curse that we all hold in us, the curse of Korhal, it lingers in our blood, transmits from host to host, and carries within it a thread of that power of Korhal himself. And as I'm sure that you felt, Korhal's call has a very strong pull. He seems to delight in unhinging his diseased, I suppose. Beatrix seeks to end that. She's trying to find her way to Korhal himself. That plane where the Demon Lord resides. she used her blood within the oracle and the crystals of the lunar glade to attune to the dimensional fractals to find the location of Korhal's plane. And she must be planning on using the crystals themselves to unlock a gateway. I know that I've never talked about this before, but I didn't know most of these things until I was dead. But the crystals are the keys to the gates. Beatrix must be headed to the closest Arlean ruins to find one of those ancient gates. Open it up and go to Korhal himself. I don't remember what I used to know in mortal life, but you look confused. I'm not sure what I knew then versus what I know now.
Do you know why?
Why she wishes to return to Korhal.
Why she would do any of this?
I think the same reason anyone does anything. I think she believes that what she's doing is for the best. I believe she plans to go to the source of this curse. As most of us did in life, she seeks to survive. I think she thinks she can end it.
Then I'll find her.
I know you will.
Thank you.
Of course. Just whenever you need help or wisdom, we are all here to help you. We are bound together. We are blood sisters.
Always.
Is there anything that we can do to help you?
I don't know what I need right now.
Maybe this will help. And, Gwen? You feel a calming energy sweep over you, emanating from the pool of blood itself. And you breathe in deeply and exhale. And you can increase your wisdom score by 2, and it is permanent.
Oh.
And as that happens, I think one of the we'll say Anastasia, or no, Penelope from the back. She kind of pushes her way forward in this vision and says, there's quite a lot to explain here. I don't know how much time we have right now, but the reason we're able to do this right now is, look, the gods die, but there's some part of them that lives on. A spark, you know? That can't be extinguished. It persists, and it takes new forms. I know we've talked about in the past that our gods are dead, and they are, but they're not gone. They're here with us. You might not be able to reach out to them directly, but their influence, it's still here. And they're going to help us fight against these forces that still remain.
I suppose I have to trust you at this point.
It's in your best interest.
Okay.
Oh, and one more thing. The mouse.
Bolster?
Sure. They're going to help you for this next part. Looking for a gate? They'll be able to find it.
That part's not as difficult for me to believe.
What are you waiting for?
Nothing.
Look, I'd do it myself. But I'm super dead.
We miss you very much.
I miss you too. We'll see each other again. Not too soon, I hope, but we'll see each other again.
I don't think Gwen says anything else.
Okay. I think the image slowly fades. I think you all see kind of like Gwen slowly back away from the pool.
So we didn't hear any of that exchange.
No, you didn't. I was thinking for simplicity. Although, fun times. Actually, Rosh and Bolster, you did hear it.
Wow. Okay.
But no one else in the entire room. Besides Gwen, of course.
I didn't hear any of that. What did that make things complicated?
Wait, so she says that I'm gonna be helpful? And Bolster's kind of looking around to like make sure everyone else like heard the same thing he did.
You heard her. You heard them.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Who said what now?
Did you not hear it?
You heard them.
Hear what?
You, so Rosh, you heard it too, right?
I did.
Okay, so okay.
I don't know
So
what's going on, but it sounds like we have a plan. Should we walk and talk? Fill us in on what happened?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to say, Gwen, do you want to leave anything out? As far as stuff that's pertinent to them?
Rolling back through. Nope.
Okay.
I think she says everything.
Okay.
So we need to find somewhere where the precursors live that's close by, I guess. We gotta find a gate.
Roll me intelligence check, Bolster.
I can do that. If Zoom will get out of my way. Alright. Just a straight intelligence or
The straightest of intelligences.
Whoa. Alright. Rolling slowly. 17.
Okay.
I will go ahead and bend luck so you can add a d4 to that.
Hey. $18.
Okay, cool. All right.
Nice.
So I kind of want to fast track some stuff. I kind of want to get maybe 5 minutes of content, and if I can try to do it in 3 minutes, is that okay? If everyone's cool with that?
Sure.
I'm just going to kind of take the reins for a bit. So, Bolster, thinking about Arlane ruins, how you might be able to find their locations, where they might exist. You think about an upgrade that you were about to make to Samthes, increasing its intelligence. And you remember one of the ways that you were going to do that was going to be, by the way, this is stuff that Travis and I have talked about, so I'm not just like telling him what he's going to do. You were going to use the 2 heads of the Gold Forged that you found at the last Arlane ruin site.
Shh, nobody else knows this.
Okay, this is all in Pulsar's head.
This is all secrets.
And with one, you think you can create new neural pathways for Samthes. But maybe with the other one that you aren't using this procedure, you can use it to, if you're do really well, maybe you can get some nav point data. Find out where some different sites are. So, we're going to fast forward time as Bolster is working on this, and we next episode we can like backtrack and like say what you guys do over the next few days. Bolster does this, finds some nav data, and with Champ, if you want to go along to basically, I think what they do is they try to convince you and say, this is where Beatrix is headed. Beatrix has the children of Volhai with her. Bolster finds an answer. You all head over to a point in space.
Wow. Music changed.
Yeah. where you approach this nebula. It seems that the ruins exist in a place where there was once a supernova. And the planet that it was based on has been destroyed. Yet, you're able to follow some signals that you pick up in kind of like the debris of planets that's in this long, wide field around this spot. Let's see, who's Nat or Champ? You see on the radar a ship in the distance, but it doesn't seem to be moving. And as Vin kind of pulls the ship closer and closer, you see the Nihilus spinning through space, debris kind of floating around it. As there's a massive hole in the side, you see a piece of what looks like to be the back of a ship buried into it as it slowly rotates through space. You get together a team boarding the ship, which is the artificial gravity is shut down, life support down. As you go through, you see many children of Volhai floating in the dead corridors of this spaceship. Champ, you don't see anyone you recognize yet, thankfully. As you go through, some of these bodies spinning in space, some of them are full of arrows. Others have blaster burns. Others seem like they've been ripped apart. You continue to go deeper into the ship until you reach the central nexus. And you see floating among the wreckage the enormous head of a pit fiend rotating slowly. And a figure kind of with a crook of their arm hooked onto the one of the guardrails. You see a tall figure, horns sticking out of her helmet in the back, blood spattered all over the spacesuit.
No!
3 or 4 arrows sticking in her back, blaster burns all around. As Pace looks up at you all. Well, you look like shit. And that's
Sure.
where we'll end the episode for today. So, oh, no, one more thing. Behind her is a massive, kind of like held together with these like grav lifts and everything, like held like positioned against the wall. There's a massive structure of gold mesh, kind of in these arcane symbols bending around each other in this like intricate pattern, like an entire doorway of Celtic knots, essentially. That those of you who were at Gergen recognize very similar to the pattern that you saw there that was above on the ceiling. So, and in Pace is saying that, framed by that. So that's where we're going to end it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much to Kitty Sparkle for the gifted subs. Thank you so much to Joseph Heckler for the bitty booze. And thank you all for hanging out and having fun. we're going to pick this back up in 2 weeks, and you are pretty cool. And thank you so much to the players for sticking with us, and you're great. Okay, bye.
Thanks, you guys.
See you later.
Uh,